Some people aren't going to like it, but hopefully a lot will. A lot of people will. and we like it.
Craig Rosen of Billboard magazine says one proven formula for success the second time around is to
give them a little more of the same while showing that you can grow a little bit.
That worked for Atlanta export the Black Crowes, whose second album is following in the top of the chart's footsteps of their premiere release. Lead singer Chris Robinson says he doesn't believe in the sophomore jinx.
No, I think there's a thing is people putting out bad records. You know? There's a little trick to this whole thing, too. It's called, you know, put out good records.
If you, you know, kind of make a U-turn, all of a sudden you are going to alienate some fans.
Jackson has spent millions to market the album, but the West Coast bureau chief for Billboard magazine warns that marketing doesn't always pay off.
There are two best-selling albums right now by Ice Cube and Nirvana, which are basically word-of-mouth acts, cult acts that are at number 3 and 4 on the chart right now.
Move over, Jimi, and let your admirers take over. Jimi Hendrix is the latest legend being honored on a tribute record. His songs are redone by everyone from Eric Clapton to The Cure on Purple Haze. Billboard magazine warns the tribute album market is becoming saturated, but the chance to plug an act on such records is irresistible.
It's a good opportunity to expose an established artist between albums. It's also a great opportunity for a label to expose a new artist.
It seems everyone is being honored or paying tribute.
Analysts say Streets of Philadelphia still hasn't reached its peak.
I would expect sales to surge, but when they see him perform this on national TV, you know, next day there's going to be a lot of people running out to the local record store and picking up that soundtrack.
But when he wrote the song, Springsteen wasn't thinking of selling records.
I had a close friend who had died during the past year, and I think I drew on a lot of that for the song. I was just trying to come up with something that felt compassionate and that had some sense of humanism about it. Saw my reflection in the window, know my own face. Oh, brother, you're gonna leave me wasting away on the streets of Philadelphia.
Turn down these voices.
In fact, observers say this year's Grammy nominees show the scandals of the past have sparked an even greater appreciation for solid singers.
Tell me no lies.
It seems to me that the industry is more concerned with actually making artists that are going to be around for a while and have longevity and aren't a flash in the pan.
But for the music-buying public, does it matter who really sings and who gets by with little help from their friends?
The audiences today, they don't always come to hear great singing. Sometimes
His older albums are selling so fast, they're a good bet to join the 2 newer releases already on Billboard's top 200 list.
Only the hardcore fans probably ran out and bought those before. And now with all the exposure, you know, because of Kurt's tragic death, I think, you know, some other people might be interested and, you know, run out to the store and pick up those earlier releases.
And that's not all. At radio stations all over the country.
I mean, it changed popular music as we know it.
Billboard bureau chief Craig Rosen says Nirvana and Kurt Cobain brought a strain of punk rock into the mainstream, creating a new sound, a new style.
Nirvana made it possible for, you know, 3 guys in torn jeans and flannel shirts to get up there and just play basic rock and roll, or what was basic rock and roll.
107.7 The End.
The unfortunate thing about, you know, the whole Offspring issue is that often, once these artists do become somewhat established, they're constantly being compared to their parents.
They said to me that they resented that every time they were mentioned in stories, it would always say, the sons of comedian Soupy Sales. And I said, well, I think you're going to have to live with that the rest of your life.
The sons of comedian Soupy Sales are members of David Bowie's rock band Tin Machine. T.S. Monk says the benefits of being the son and namesake of jazz legend Thelonious Monk far outstrips the burdens.
Most people spend their lifetime trying to get the world to remember their name. I was born with a name that everybody knew before I even showed up.
At the end of the day, the music is the thing that is going to make or break the artist. I mean, the name recognition or the family ties may help them be recognized initially, but after that wears out, they're going to have to stand on their own.
Ultimately, that seems to be all the second-generation performers want. Jim Moray, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.